Hello, hello, hello. This is Frida. Welcome to my channel. I hope everyone's doing well. For this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to bind off or cast off, whichever you would like to call it, from the underarm on the left side of the cardigan. So this is part 4, and I'm going to show you how to do that. And this is the right side, so I'm going to make the same bind off as I did on the right side of the cardigan. Okay, so I see I did 5, 5, 5, 3, and then 2, 2, 2, and then I continued doing 1, and then I finished it. So it gives me this deep bind off for the underarm. The reason I did 5, 5, 5 so many times, because it's a plus size, right? So we need to put that in mind, that being a plus size, I need to get rid of so many stitches so I can have a deep underarm. Okay, so, and then I have knit this height. If you look at it, this is a plus size again, and I'm trying to replicate the one that I saw from the store. So about 8 inches from the shoulder, and I continue knitting the neck area, so it's about 10 inches from there. Okay, so again 8 inches, and again this is a cable stitch, so it will shrink a bit, just put that in mind. Okay, so right here I'm supposed to do the cable stitch on this row, but I'm going to get rid of 5 stitches, so I will do that. To do that, what I do is, this is going to be the underarm right here. So 5 stitches. If you were a plus size, if you are a regular size, what I do is I usually do 5, 3, 2, 1, 1, 1 until I have that nice slope round underarm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I'm going to just regular knit, do my cables, which I do. I'm going to move it to a bigger knitting needle. That's how I do my cable row, and I'll be back, and I will get rid of 5 more stitches. I would say 1, 2, 3 times I'm going to do that. So I will get rid of, I will come back and I will show you, just to be on the safe side. Okay, I forgot to mention, remember I was doing the reverse. Reverse is like every row I am making the wrong side on the front side. So the cable is going to be on the wrong side. So when you fold it, it gives me the collar. The collar gives me this look. That's what I'm aiming for. This is what I'm aiming for. So what I've been doing is every row I've been making the wrong side of the work on the front. So automatically this will bend over, this piece will bend over, and it will give me this wrap collar look. So just wanted to show you. So I am working on the cables on this row, and I'm just gonna knit this here. So here I'm going to make purl. So when on the other side it's going to be right. So I will make the cable on this row as well. When I turn, so I'm just going to knit. So I'm making the front the wrong side, and when I come to the wrong side, it's going to be the cable stitch that I'm going to make cables on here. So to do that, I'm knitting each row 1 knit. I'm doing the wrong. So when I'm making a knit, I'm making a purl. So every row when I make that, the wrap of the collar will go like this all the way to the neck area, up to the shoulder, and I will stop doing that until this length. Okay, so this is a different cardigan, different pattern, and I thought it was unique, so I am making that replicate. So I'm making the same cardigan. Okay, so just wanted to share that. Every row on one stitch, I'm changing it, I'm reversing it. When it's knit, I'm making purl, and I make the, as you can see, this is how it becomes. Actually, this is the wrong side, but I'm making the opposite. So when you fold it, this is what we will see. You will see the cable. Okay, so I'm going to finish this, and I just wanted to go over that again. I continue making that change every row. I make one stitch. So I will come back and we will get rid of this 5 stitches. Again, 3 times, 5, 5, 5. Okay, so I have went back and forth and I did my cable stitch row, but here I didn't do anything because I'm trying to get rid of these stitches, right? So I'm going to get rid of 5 more stitches to create that round just right under the arm. Looks like I may knit these together. So I am getting rid of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and I'm going to just continue knitting. As you can see that it's shaping up. Okay, so I will knit back and forth, and while I'm knitting back and forth, I am, don't forget to knit. So I'm going to knit purl here, and then when I come back, I'm going to knit purl here. Okay, be right back. Okay, so I'm back again. I'm going to get rid of 5 more stitches. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I just continue knitting, just a regular, and then I will come back to show you how to get rid of 3 stitches. I just wanted to focus on here what I'm doing. See, every row I keep on changing, and I forgot to do it. See, this is supposed to be a well, no, yeah, this is supposed to be a purl. Just looking. So every row, yeah, right here, it's supposed to be a knit stitch, and I will make this a knit stitch. This is the wrong side, and this is the right side. Like I said, I am changing, as you can see. What I'm doing, I'm making the cable stitch on the wrong side to fold the collar, give it a wrap. Okay, I will be right back, and when I come back, we're going to get rid of 3 stitches, and then automatically you will see the shape. It's shaping up. Okay, so I'm right back where I have been. So we did 5, 5, 5. Now I'm going to get rid of 3 stitches. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, and I'm just going to continue knitting, but this is the cable stitch, so I am going to do the cables here, and I'm just going to continue knitting, reversing, like I'm going to put the cable stitch here, so I'm going to make a purl stitch here. So every row I make a purl stitch and I reverse it. So here I'm going to make a cable. When I come back, I do the cable stitch on this row when I come back. Okay, I hope this tutorial is clear enough. I'm trying to explain as much as I can. So what I'm doing is I'm moving the cables on the wrong side, as I'm repeating myself over and over so you can understand. So it gives me this wrap effect collar when I fold it. Okay, like the one that I did on this one, right there. You see? Okay, so I will be right back to make the next decrease. So I got rid of 3 stitches. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of 2, and then 1. So when I come back, we're going to get rid of 2 stitches. Okay, so I am back at the underarm, and I'm going to get rid of 2 stitches, and you will see the more we knit, it's going to be curving just like over there. So I'm going to get rid of 2 stitches, and I continue doing the changes here. As you can see, I'm reversing the cable stitch on the wrong side. Just want to put it down so you guys can see how it looks so far. This is what I mean. See, it's going to fold automatically like this. This is going to be the collar. See, I make this part the wrong side as I'm changing every row one stitch, and I'm reversing the cable on this side, and I'm creating that wrap collar. Yeah, it won't fit the 2 sides I was trying to, but my area is too small, so I have to make another video to show you, but or I can show it when I'm wearing it. Other than that, it's really hard for me to fit here because it's big. Okay, so I am right here at the underarm, and I'm going to get rid of 2 stitches, and I'm going to come back and get rid of another 2 stitch, and then when I come back, I'm going to get rid of 1 stitches. On the other end, I'm just knitting, nothing else. Nothing else. I'm knitting. Yeah, no, nothing. But I'm, like I said, every row, when I come here, see, I started from the point where I did the tutorial. I believe it was number 3. And every row I did 1 stitch. And I'm going to come to the point, which be right here, when I come, right, not, yeah, so it will be right here. So I will do that every row 1 stitch. I will do the change, and up till here. So it would be right up till here, and I would be stopping, and I will be knitting a couple of rows, and then right here, what I did is right here I stopped doing that changes every row, and I knitted about this length, and I bind off the shoulder. Okay, and but I did not bind off this part, so I will show you how to do that. This is the first time I did this part, so this is the half of the front, and I picked up stitches from the back of the shoulder right here. So I'm going to do the same thing on this one as I did it on here. Yeah, when I come to that, I will show you. It's really, yeah, I have to show it to you. Explaining is really hard. So I picked up stitches here on this part. So right here is the half of the body. Okay, so let's get rid of the 2 stitches. A lot of new techniques, a lot of new stuff. Oops. Here we go. So I'm going to knit. Two together, move the stitch onto the next one. So I got rid of 2 stitches, and I'm just going to continue knitting, and I'm just going back to my regular knitting needle. As when I do the cable stitch, I use a bigger knitting needle because it tightens right when we're doing the cross stitches, the cables. Okay, so let me just finish back, and I will come and I will show you how to get rid of the 2 more stitches. And meanwhile, I do a purl on this one as I'm switching every row 1 stitch. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, so I have knit back and forth. Now I'm going to get rid of 2 more stitches, and after this row I'm going to get rid of 1 stitch. So we did 5, 5, 5, 3, 2, 2, and then 1. And then that will give me enough underarm opening here. So this is how you do it when you're knitting in pieces. I really like the top down, so I'm going to design when I have free time. I just received a custom order, commission custom order. Just want to finish this because I only have 1 sleeve left, and this is the front. I already did the back and back and 1 front. Okay, here's just a regular knit row. Okay, so I will finish this row, and I will come back and I will show you how to get rid of 1 stitches. And meanwhile, this is how I'm working on right here. Almost done. I'm almost at that part that I'm going to stop doing the changes, so I do it every row I change. See, it gives me this so every time I change I reverse it to the back. Again, I'm repeating myself, but I hope this is clear. It's a really different technique that I have done on this cardigan. Okay, so I will finish the row and I will come back. Okay, so I am right here, and this is how it looks like. So I'm going to get rid of 1 stitch. After this row, what I'm going to do is I am going to knit, nothing else. You're going back and forth, but right here, I'm just gonna lay this down. This is the wrong side of the cardigan, so I just wanted to show you. Okay, so this is how it looks like so far. Okay, so I am going to continue to knit without doing anything else. Okay, just gonna knit. Just looking at it here. 5, 5, 5, 3, 2, 2, 1. And this is how it looks like, okay? I might need to get rid of more stitches because I'm looking at this one here. I'm right here. So what I'll do is I will get rid of, looking at it, yeah, I need to get rid of up till here, so I need to get rid of all these stitches. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. I'm looking at it, yeah, because right here, right, is the opening. So this is the part. It needs to be equal, right? So I thought it would be, no, it's not done yet. I need to get rid of more stitches. So right here, I need to get rid of up to here. And then what I'm going to do is after, I'm going to be knitting. If I get rid of this, yeah, I need to get rid of these stitches right here. So maybe instead of getting two, sometimes you need to play around with it. Here we go. So instead of getting rid of one stitch, I'm going to get rid of 3 stitches, so 2. Okay. Just like this. Because I need to have the opening on the underarm. Right here, I can see it. I did my decreases. See, I continue to do my decreases up to here. So it would be right here. Yeah, right here. Okay, and I'm going to continue knitting. So I will come back and I will show you how it looks like. I just need to do some knitting. A lot of knitting involved, so I can build up that height. And I will show you how it looks like. Meanwhile, here, up to right here, so I'm going to continue changing my stitches. So I will continue every row 1 stitch. I will change them. I will change these knits to purls and these purls to knit. And meanwhile, when I have enough stitch, I will do the cable. Okay, so here I will do a cable. As you can see here. Okay, so I will be right back. So I got rid of 2 stitches here. And I will continue to do my cable stitch on this row. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, so I've been knitting, and I am at the point that I'm going to bind off right there, because this is how it's going to be. Curling up. After binding off, so I'm just going to bind off these right here. I'm not going to even count how many stitches. And I did do my underarm. Because it's being a cable, it is pulling it. So just to let you know, so this will stretch a lot, and you have to put that in mind. And the yarn is really different. That's all I'm going to say. It's really different. Okay, so I am going to bind off, and then what I'm going to do is this part that I bind off, I am going to sew it up. Sew it up from this shoulder of the back piece. Okay, so I'm just going to bind off all these, and I'll be right back, and I will show you where we're going to sew up. Okay, so I have bind off. What I'm going to do is I'm going to sew this piece to this piece right here, just like this. So 1, 2, just looking at the other side, what I done. This is how I did 1, 2. I sewed these 2 pieces. So I'm going to do the same, because it's symmetric, right here. Okay, so I'm going to do the same. Right faces right, and then we're going to pick up the remaining on the neck area. So we're just sewing the shoulders just like this. Okay, just a regular sewing, nothing different. And then I will be back to show you how to pick up the stitches. Okay, so I sewed up, going to turn, and I'm going to pick up stitches as I go on this part right here. Okay, I need to pick up total of 26 stitches because I need to knit this part like this. So there's 6 stitches here, 6 stitches here, and 1 in the middle, 1 here, 3, 2, 3, and then 4 here. So I need total of 24 stitches. I'm sorry. Okay, to do that, because this is on the wrong side here, I need to pick up from this part. So I'm just going to grab a knitting needle, and then I'm going to pick up stitches just like this, and then we're going to sew this part, which is the neck area of the collar. So I will pick up stitches like this. Just go one at a time, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so this is going to be the wrong side of the work, so I'm going to be just purling. Just purl. Just like this. And then I will come back and I will show you how to set it up. There's a little bit of space. So what I'm going to do is, I don't want that space. I can fix that. Don't want a hole, right? We want to close it up as much as we can. What happened? The hole is gone. Oh well. Okay, let me just reknit this. Looks like I knit 2 stitches together. That's what happened. Yeah, there's still a space here. Let me just fix that and I'll be right back. Okay, what I'm going to do is, so I went back. Here's my knitting stitch. So I went back and I'm holding it like this. So there's a little bit of space. So I'm just going to pick up a stitch. So 2 stitches like this, just to cover that space that we had. See, it's covered. Just need to make some adjustments and tricks. Just use your judgment. That's what I would highly recommend. Like, there's no written ways to fix stuff, right? So just go back and try to fix it. So I will knit this, and when I come back, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start the stitch, the 4 knit, to purl. See, there's no space. It's gone. Okay, so I am right here. This is the back of the collar, so I'm gonna do knit this part like same like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4 knit, 2 purl, 3 knit, and there's 1 knit between, 1 purl, I'm sorry, and then 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 knit, 1 purl, and I'm just looking, 2, 4, should have 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to be knitting as same as this one, the other one, the other side. It's on the other side. This part like this. So after this, I'm going to do the wrong side of this. That's all I'm going to do. And I'm just going to continue knitting this way. So when you look at it, this is how it's going to look. So my I don't think I have less than 1 minute left. So what I'll do is I'll come back and I'll tape number 5, I believe. Okay, and I will show you how to finish it up. How to finish it up, this part like this. So I'm going to knit, continue knitting, just like this, and I will show you. And I did tubular bind off with a needle. Finish it up like that. I will come back to show you how to do that part as well. Okay, so if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe, share it with your family and friends, and don't forget to hit that notification button so every time I post a new video you will be notified, indicating there's something new for you to watch. You guys take care. Bye bye. Doesn't fit, unfortunately.